Welcome, everyone. This is Adam Musalli from the MindTech Institute. Our websites are themindtechinstitute.com and mti.edu.au. This is a little introduction about the 8 rules of human nature and development. And by saying little, I don't mean by the portion of little, because if I'm gonna explain the values, only the values within the 8 rules of a human nature and development, it's gonna take me 5 days at least. So if you have done the N.L.P practitioner and master practitioner with us, especially the master practitioner, you would know exactly how long it takes to just explain values. So I still see some people are trying to queue. There is a queue for some reason, although I promise we have the biggest bandwidth. But okay, we'll wait a little bit until everyone until everyone joins in. But we'll just carry on with a little bit of introduction. So this is an introduction, and I mean introduction. It doesn't mean that you're not going to get any information. As a matter of fact, you're going to get so much information. And after we finish this webinar, and I promise you, if you stay till the end of this webinar, you're going to see things in a totally different way than the way you saw before this webinar, especially people communicating with people, dealing with people, and also dealing with yourself, how you communicate with yourself. This is not a motivational seminar or a motivational speech or a webinar or anything like that. If you're familiar with my work, this is not what we do, and I'm not a big fan of those events in a way. So this is not something that you come across every day, or you come across too often, and maybe you never come across ever, even close to something like this. This is really deep in the touching the conscious and the subconscious mind from many different areas. So after we finish this, obviously, we're not going to even scratch the surface of values, and but it doesn't mean we're only going to talk little about it here, because it doesn't matter how much we try to talk about values, it's not going to be enough. And this much is or this little, as I said before, is already much when we talk about values. It's just the amount of things that we can cover about values. I think people started to join in now. Sorry, I'm looking. I've got 3 different monitors and a screen here next to the camera, and it's actually the screen is on this side, so I try to keep my eyes on the lens, but my eyes, they're always trying to shift to this side where I can see myself. It's weird anyway. So there are many people don't like what we're going to talk about today for many reasons. One of them, some people, they feel a little bit exposed. Some people, they feel wide open. And it just, some people feel that this topic, it touches something personal in them, and they try to shy away from something like that. But again, and we've seen this before, when we talk about something that it doesn't fit the agenda, I'm not talking about, our students or anything like that. But when we talk about something that doesn't feel right, or it challenges our belief system and whatever we grew up on believing. Belief system doesn't mean a religion, but whatever we grew up on believing, regardless if it's political, if it's religious, if it's spiritual, whatever. So once we talk about something like that and sort of challenges and pushes the boundaries out of your gray zone, many people, they feel a little bit threatened. However, I promise you, this is not going to be the case here. In fact, when we talk about this topic in particular, which is values, or the human characters, we'll get to that later when we form a little bit of understanding about the 8 rules and values. So this is it's gonna leave you more. It's gonna give you power. It's gonna give you strength, because you're knowing yourself, and you're knowing how to communicate with yourself and others. And before I start, I want to apologize in advance, because it's very hard for me not to push somebody, especially when I talk about things like that. And I will try my best. I always try my best to keep within a common boundary of political correctness, although I'm not a big fan. But hey, we live with people, right? Really, the nature of the topic, it is personal. And if you stay to the end, I assure you that you are an achiever. I promise, if you stay till the end of this webinar, you will see yourself, even if you don't see it yet, but you will see yourself maybe sooner or later, that you are an achiever. That's we're talking about sensitive stuff here, and once again, lots of people are not ready to know about, especially knowing about yourself, something that you never knew before. It is a bit challenging, because it's gonna shake the hell out of your gray zone. So speaking of the gray zone, if you have done the life management, or the N.L.P practitioner or master practitioner with us, even this course, if you have done any of these courses, and if you want to enroll, and I highly, highly recommend to enroll in this course, and I promise, if you stay till the end, I'm going to give you an offer that will blow your mind. So if you take this course, the 8 rules of human nature and development, you will find the first couple of courses, the first couple of lessons, especially the 3rd lesson, I think it's called the gray zone, or the comfort zone. You will notice this is just a summary about that lesson. If you want to improve, if you want to achieve anything in your life, and especially something that to push the boundaries, you are going to feel uncomfortable, because to push a little bit further, you have to cross your comfort zone, or the gray zone. You must. There is no question about it. There is no shortcut. There is no such thing. That the gray zone isn't only with the humans when they try to advance. The gray zone even is in the animal world, and I explained that in details in that lesson. So any person, any human, any animal, if they want to advance themselves a little bit further, they have to push the boundaries, and they have to get out of their gray zone, or their comfort zone. So yes, there is discomfort, hence it's called the comfort zone. But again, if you're comfortable with yourself, and if you think this is it, this is what you want to do in life, and you're happy and you're very comfortable with wherever you are now, there is no reason. Really, you don't need to enroll in this course or any of our courses. Really, you don't need to. Because what's the point, right? But if you want to see what's out there, and if you know there is something else out there, especially in you, that you can push a little bit further, then you are in the right place and you are in the right time. Now, so here and now, I'm not trying to criticize or belittle any of the life problems that you may have encountered, or you may have encounter, or whatever problems anybody has, or even make fun of it or anything. When I talk about the values, at the same time, I'm not criticizing any person, their belief system, or degrade any person, especially when we talk about numbers and value levels in any way. This is not my intention, and this is not how we work. I'll try to keep it within, again, the boundary of political correctness, but this is not for snowflakes. And I think I can say that because my generation is marked as the biggest snowflake generation in history. Yes, you guessed it, I'm a millennial, and I am of the early millennials, the early 80s. So yes, we are snowflakes. It is a snowflake society. It is a snowflake generation. And if you don't know what snowflake is, snowflake, they get offended by anything or everything. And the term snowflake is you melt down under pressure. So a snowflake, a very thin layer of snow, easily and quickly melt down under pressure. But hey, we work on ourselves, and this is what we are doing here. This is where we are. So I'll simply present to you some information that is extremely useful, really. Especially when it comes to dealing or communicating with people, as well as if you work in a company, or if you lead teams or a team, or if you manage people, and especially if you're dealing or communicating with your family, friends, and most importantly, when you're communicating with yourself. Sorry, I keep looking that way. It's just where the little screen of the camera. Now, values are not what we like or dislike. Values are what is important to us. So maybe you had the impression before that values is what we are like, as we are like this and we are like that, or what we are like as likeness, as liking and disliking. Values are not like that. Values are what's important to us. So values are on the subconscious. Values are on the subconscious levels and not on the conscious level. Sometimes this is how it is. Let's say, for example, you don't like doing something. You don't like, or you don't like to say something, or you don't like to act in a way, whatever it is, but you still do it. And you ask yourself, why do I do that? And other people ask you, hey, why do you say this? Or why do you act like that when you hear that word? Or when someone says this, or when someone does this? And you say, well, I don't know. That's me. I can't help it. This is me. I can't help it. Of course, you're right. And there's nothing wrong with that, because it's you. It's the values. It's the values operating. It's the values at work. So we are motivated through our values. the motive of our behavior or action is based on our values. So consider as it is the fuel of everything that we do and everything that we behave and everything that we don't do. Everything appropriate or inappropriate, everything is correct or incorrect, everything we do because of our values. And everything we do or we don't do is also determined by our values. But let me say that again. Everything we do and everything we don't do is determined by our values. Sometimes you think you want to do something, you really want to do something, you thought about it many times, and then you don't do it. Maybe it's not appropriate to do it. Maybe it's not acceptable socially to do it. But you know you want to do it, but something stops you from doing it. Could be you think it's the law, or you think it's your belief or your religion or whatever it is, but it's actually all that is determined by your values. And once we get to the values levels, you would know exactly where that fits in the values, why you don't do what you do or why you do what you do. Values are important because we all have goals. Now, whether business goals, whether relationship goals, health goals, career goals, all that is values. Now, here's something really, really important. If you're trying to achieve, or if you have tried to achieve a goal in the past and you keep trying to achieve goals and you don't, well, that's because you're not alone. Most people don't achieve their goals is because their goals are not in an alignment with their values. Values and goals, they should be aligned together to be able to achieve that goal. You see, goals are conscious because you plan for them. And if you have done the hypnosis training with us, you would know what are the traits of the conscious and the unconscious or the subconscious. But briefly, the conscious has short-term memories, has willpower, is analytical. The subconscious, it has long-term memory. Take the unconscious mind as a biological hard drive. Everything you see, everything you hear, everything you experience, everything is stored in that biological hard drive, and it will come up, it will show up in the right time and in the right place. However, you cannot get to your subconscious mind without crossing the critical factor of the conscious mind, which is like a gate or like a barrier, that it's like the guard. There is a guard between your conscious and the subconscious mind. You can't get to your subconscious mind. That's why you can remember your phone number now or maybe the previous number, but you cannot remember your phone number 10 years ago because it's stored in the subconscious. And you, as a person, you're not allowed to go into your subconscious. That's why we use hypnosis. You put someone in trance, we use inductions, and then we get to the subconscious. Totally different topic though. However, goals are conscious because you planned for them, because you used your analytical brain, which is the conscious brain. Values are subconscious. Values are within you. They are made with you. Obviously, they are developed. They are they evolved. But if you have any type of misalignment or your goals are not aligned with your values, you're not going to achieve that goal or goals. So let's say your values are here and your goals are here. They have to walk together to be able to achieve that goal. If they're not aligned, you're going to achieve something, but it's not your goal. You're going to achieve more confusion. and you'll see how. And for us, when we teach values in class during the life coaching, the master life coaching training, or the N.L.P master practitioner training, we teach how to elicit the values and how to change them. Yes, you can change values. So we ask the person, what is important to you? Now, to know the values, we will ask the person, why do you do what you do? Someone say, well, I do. This is an example. You ask someone at work, why you don't follow these instructions they give us, for example. He or she will tell you, man, I don't need anyone to tell me what to do. I know what I'm doing. That's value 3. You see, from words, we can sort of determine that person, what value that person is operating on, or mostly operating on. So values are about how you think, not about what you think. Values about how you think, not what you think. Now, there is no value inherently better than the other. The difference is just the level of complexity. So a person of a higher level would operate in a more complex thinking and behavior than a lower value. I don't mean lower as in a degrading way. Please, we already established that, but I have to keep reminding you, there is no lower, that the lower values don't mean a degrading level, and the higher, it doesn't mean any superiority or any, it's just more complex way of thinking. So if you're trying to communicate with someone with a lower value than yourself, then you feel like you're banging your head on a brick wall. They will understand you a little, but they wouldn't understand everything. And again, that's why we have conflicts. That's why we have misunderstanding. That's why people fight. That's why people go to court. Because when you try to talk to someone in your language, let's say in your language, to someone who is not even familiar with that language, or maybe they understand the tone of voice and the body language of what you're saying, but they're going to miss out on lots of details. And one word to me and one word to you, it might be something totally different to someone else, even though they're speaking the same language. For example, now, play this game. You can get a pen or paper. You can, on your phone, whatever, take notes. I want you to write 5 different things that explain communication. 5 different things that what does communication mean to you in 5 words. And if you think this is very complicated, which it is, then try to explain in 5 words what success means to you. Some people might talk about money. Some people might talk about family. Some people might talk about achieving some, godly or a spiritual level of enlightenment. So that's how it is. There is no person can really tell you what love means, what success means, what communication means in the exact terms. It's impossible. So that's where value comes to save the day. Because when you know values, you know how to communicate with people based on their values, based on their way of thinking. It's like you are talking to the filters in their mind, how they interpret words and experiences. That's how powerful the thing is. So values would serve best in in the environment, there is no better or worse value. There is no this value is good for me and this value. Look, the reason I'm saying this is because sometimes during the course, some of our students, they say, what do you think is the best value for me? Well, the answer is, and as always, there is no best value for you. It's the value that serves you best in your environment. And once again, that's when I said, and that's why I said environment is one of the major components of values. So the best value to be at is the best value that would serve you best in your environment, and there is no reason to operate on a more complex level when you leave when there is no need to. I think that would bring you more problems, that will cause you more issues. I mean, imagine if you value 8 and living in a value 3 environment, you're gonna be dead. So this will be in the second section of this. After we finish this section, we're almost done. And lots of people, after they finish this course, also they start talking and use words of higher values. It is normal, and we understand that this is called aspiration. You're inspired, but you're only deceiving yourself, really. There's no skipping. There's no skipping in values. I get some graduates, they say they are 7 going to 8. And I say to myself, I see 3 going to 4. So again, this has nothing to do with better or worse, but just when you enroll in the course and when you finish the course, just keep this in mind. There is no skipping. You got to go through the value. You're going to finish it. You're going to complete the whole learnings of that value, and then you'll move on to the next one. And there is no bad or worse. It's just the value that you need in that specific chapter of your life, in that specific environment that you're in. Now, why learning values is important, or to me is very important. Of course, you can change your belief or your beliefs to adapt to new situations. Any situations such as success, relationship, or any type of situation that you want to change your belief or beliefs to, you can, but it's not very efficient. And of course, you should change your beliefs depending on the situation. But with values, you have far more leverage than just changing your beliefs. So think of it this way. A belief or beliefs are like a cluster around a value or values. Sure, you can change each belief individually. And yes, you guessed it, it's not even efficient. Or you can change a value. You can change the whole value, which in return will change the limiting beliefs that you have around the beliefs that you have. And that's what we call value transitioning. In the course, you will learn all that and how to transition between one value to the next. So you change the value to match your next goal or whatever you want to achieve. And again, if your goal doesn't match the value that you are mostly operating on, there's no way you're going to achieve this value. Maybe this is too harsh to hear, but I'm not going to fool you. I'm not here to fool you. And it doesn't make sense that to achieve something that you're not even equipped for. It doesn't work like that. So now let's talk about each level. And for those who they join in a little bit late, don't worry. We spoke about really important things. We spoke about the values, what they are, and the relationship, their relation to our goals, and how we operate, how they operate. And now we're gonna talk about values, what they are, and how they influence your life. Now, again, I only included from 1 to 8. This is what I call the twist. I included few disciplines involved in the Graves value system, and what I involved is social and behavioral science, sociology, as well as political science and general psychology. So that's why they are so powerful and important to learn, because once you understand them, you really start seeing the world in a clearer way. And that would make things even more easier for you to understand and know how to deal with the world, including, of course, yourself. So let's talk about each of these values briefly, so we don't go over the runtime. And again, before we start, let me clarify something about values. The main motive, or the supreme motive, supreme motivation, let's say, in each value is existence and survival. Just keep that in mind. The main motive of any or each of these values that you're gonna learn is existence and survival. But survival takes a different form, or forms and ways, in different type of or different types of thinking. So values 1, 3, 5, and 7 are called expressive values, or expressive value levels, because the place of the decision, the point of reference, or the place of the decision, how people who operates on 1, 3, 5, and 7, it's internal. So the individual himself or herself who operates on those levels, they make their decisions based on their mental filters and judging. That's the odd numbers, or the odd value numbers. Now, the even value numbers, such as the 2, 4, 6, and 8, are called sacrificial, because the decision making comes externally, as it comes out of the individual. So could be from family, could be from group, from a clan, from a system, or through like-minded people, as you would see in value 6. Also, people that are that the person is associated with might influence his or her, the odd numbers, the even numbers values. So the decision making of the even numbers values 2, 4, 6, and 8 doesn't come from within, but it comes from outside the person. They get influenced to make their decisions, or someone tells them to make decisions and how to make them. Odd valued numbers 1, 3, 5, and 7 are, of course, self-motivated. You see how extremely this is, especially if you, imagine, someone in HR and they know values. They will put the right person in the right place for the right position. Why would you have problems? Why would you have conflicts at work if you have the right person in the right position? So the odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, and 7, you're not going to see 1 anyway. So 3, 5, 7 are self-motivated. So self-motivated, and they make their decisions from within, internal. And an example of that, for example, let's say maybe you are like that. So let's say you are value 3, 5, or 7, and you have a manager. This is one of the really ridiculous. Didn't even work since the 80s, but I don't know why companies and corporations, they still do it. They, every morning or every couple of hours, they make their employees jump or do some silly motivation. Anyway, or they go to an employee and they push the employee like, you can do it. That's how we do it. You can do it. That's how it's done. They sort of like encouraging the person, or they keep telling them how to do it. So if you are operating on any of those odd value levels, 3, 5, and 7, you are self-motivated. So if someone tells you what to do and how to do it, and they keep telling you, all you think about like, man, get the hell out of my back, or get the hell off my back. Leave me alone. Okay, tell me what you want to do and just rag off. Like, peace off. I don't want to hear it. Leave me alone. Let me do it. I can do it. I can handle it. Leave me alone. Jeez. That's an odd number. An even number? No, they need always someone to tell them how to do it. To keep reminding them, because they're not self-motivated. They need someone to push them. They need someone to motivate them. And so that's also another thing that is important when it comes to values. If you, for example, if you have a business and you know how to elicit someone's values, then you're not going to have any problems at work, and your production is going to hit the skies. Really, it's proven. We've been doing this system for more than 10 years. I myself, we have trained lots of companies, and lots of companies, they sign up for this course too. Now, also the odd number value levels sort of operate more as responsive, like knee-jerk, or the knee-jerk effect. Just push them a little and they will respond. So a little push, there will be either an equivalent or even more dramatic response. And we all have that in us, by the way, probably in a larger or a smaller degree, but we all have it, and you need it sometimes. You really need it. The odd numbers are closer to nature. I'll elaborate more. They're closer to nature, not in an environmental way, but rather like an instinctive, animalistic or animal way. Not in a degrading level. I know, because in some cultures, to say to someone that you act like an animal, it's very offensive. For example, here in the Western world, you say that person is an animal. It's like he's something. He's a beast. In some cultures, you say to someone you're a beast, you're dead. So that depends. And but what we mean here is, it's like, I don't want to say a primitive, but as our instinct, we all have it in us. We all have that animal in us, not in a degrading way. So usually those odd level numbers, such as 1, I'm going to include 1, 3, 5, and 7. They are more instinctive, and they usually operate on the basic physical needs. And if you're familiar with this is better known as the 4 Fs. F, the letter F, the 4 Fs. 4 Fs are fight, flight, food, and sexual intercourse. These are the 4 Fs, and the odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, and 7, those are instinctive. They're prime, or they often operate on those 4Fs in a different level of complexity. So it's the higher they are, of course, it will be in a more modernized way. By the way, that doesn't mean they are not intelligent. Again, I know I already mentioned that. In fact, they are highly, highly intelligent. Those odd numbers are highly intelligent, and they will survive in the harshest conditions, and I would say even better chances to survive in an apocalypse than the chances of 2, 4, and 6 to survive. This is what we call street smart. They will survive. They will survive. They have no problem to kill. They have no problem to walk on the body and bodies and the skulls of their fellow humans to get to wherever they want. And that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. We'll explain that, and of course, it's more in more details in the course. It's almost impossible to explain everything here. This is another example. If an odd number value is hungry, so let's say 1, 3, 5, and 7, or let's say 3, 5, and 7. If those value numbers are hungry, they'll just go eat. And yeah, they will eat. They don't have to wait. They don't have to ask you, hey, are you hungry? No. They'll just go eat. And the even numbers values, 2, 4, 6, and 8, no, they will not just go eat. They have to wait. There is a process, since they are collective. And the other ones, the odd numbers, are individuals. These are collective. These are group. They have to do things together. They wait for the family, or they wait for the clan, or the chief, or the leader, or even in today's in today's world, they don't do things on their own. They wait for the government to allow them to do that. They wait for the system. They wait for they don't do things on their own. That's when I said in the beginning, the even numbers, their decision making is external. Unlike the odd numbers, it's internal. So at the same time, it's not like it's a bad thing to wait, or to ask if someone else need to eat, or to share food. It's not bad at all. And again, this is not about bad, evil, or good. This is human nature. We're talking about human nature, and you need all types of people and their characters to form a healthy society. In fact, they feel safe, they feel protected in a system, and they feel very vulnerable if they are not within a system. Unlike an odd value, they'll feel weaker if they are in a system, because they cannot do whatever they want. So if an odd value number, or those odd value numbers 1, 3, 5, and 7, they are ruled instinctively. Even value numbers are ruled by the emotional side of their subconscious mind, because they are clannish, they are group, collective, they are collective based. And to understand those even numbers values, what I, from a very long research, and if you're familiar with my work and what we do at the MindTech Institute, my background is in general psychology, social and behavioral science. I dedicated all my studies and the things that I've learned into teaching and also research. These things, they fascinate me. This is what I discovered. the odd numbers, the even numbers of values, 2, 4, and 6, the origin of these values, because when you think about it, when we were, or the cradle of humanity, when we were primitive, living in a cave, we didn't have anyone to tell us what to do. So how did we get to that point? Someone needs to tell us, or to control, or to manage every small aspect of your life. You can't do this. If you do this, you're gonna get in trouble. How did we get to that level? Or how did we get to that stage of thinking? How did we get to a stage where we allow someone else to, to tell us what to do and to rule and govern our life? So what I found out is the origin that through developmental psychology is when society was, the origin of those even numbers is originated from when society was ruled by the priest, or by the shaman, or by the chief, or by any person who had the magic wand. Could be the pharaoh, could be anyone. I mean, we can look at the conquistadors, for example, how they ruled. Look at the Holy Inquisition, for example. They had the magic wand. Maybe it's the Papa Farula, which is the cross that the priests carry. If they have that magic wand, maybe they can rule. In today's world, maybe the magic wand is a weapon. So if you have the weapon, you can rule. Maybe in some other cultures, if you have the magic wand, if you can fool people, deceive people, tell them, you can mutate them or freak them into an ape or a monkey, probably they will listen to you. So that's how they allowed, how this is how the even numbers allowed other people to rule and govern their lives. And I do apologize. I don't mean to laugh at, but you know, this is how it is. We all have it. We all have it. I mean, you know, I live in Sydney, in Australia, and you already have known, especially after the ridiculous lockdowns we've been in so far, that in Australia, if there are rules for everything. To some people, these rules are good. They keep you safe and they keep you protected. And to other people, think this is a little bit too much. But regardless, it's not a bad idea to have law and order, of course. At the same time, it's not a bad idea to have a little bit of freedom and a freedom of choice. This is what I'm trying to convey here. This is what I'm trying to share with you, that there is no wrong and there is no right thing about values, or whatever value level you are in. And you would really, really understand this in very detailed picture when you enroll in this specific course, the 8 rules of human nature and development. So if you are still with us until now, you are a champion. And I guarantee you, I assure you that you are an achiever. Now, this is what I'm going to share with you. I'm going to share with you how all these things started. And when you enroll in a course, you would understand the course very clearly. You will enjoy it to the level of really think this is something out of this world. So let's talk about where these things started, how they started. But to do that, to be able to do that, I want you to allow yourself to imagine everything that I'm telling you as a story and run it as a movie. Even if you're not a visual person, just imagine it as a movie in your mind. And imagine this movie or this story is about the evolution of human beings. We're talking about the psychological and social evolution, not the biological evolution, although it's related, but we're only talking about the social and the psychological evolution. So this is how it goes. In the beginning, there was a male or a female. Everything they do is based on instinct. It's based on the 4 F's that we spoke about: fight, flight, food, and so these maybe the man and the woman somewhere, sometime they met and they started to have kids. They started to have offsprings, children. So they live together now. The man goes to hunt. Maybe the woman goes to hunt if she's not with a man, but most likely at that time the man used to hunt. Women used to hunt too. That's not it's not like that woman never hunted before. Women can be great hunters, but for now, let's say the man goes to hunt, the woman stays in the cave with the offsprings. Now, just to show you how powerful women are, look at the lion and look at the lioness. Female usually is very aggressive and very strong and powerful. Why? Because she has to nurture and she has to protect the cubs and the offsprings. Males have to be strong physically to hunt, but women, they need another skill, which is strategizing. They need to strategize how to manage the day, the children, to keep them safe, and if in case if something happens, how they're going to respond to it. But for now, the main idea is not about the male and female. What I'm trying to take you to is to another side of this. Now, they both live together with their offsprings. He goes hunts, he gets injured, he comes home, she fixes his wounds, and that's the story. That's value 1. This is exactly what value 1 was. In nature, doesn't consume much from nature, whatever they want to eat, and just a place to stay and to feel safe. One day, this man or this woman, or if they partners, they got injured or they felt, maybe there is someone else out there. And then he starts or she starts looking. Because if you find another clan or another group or another tribe, it's safer. It is safer. It's you know that at the end of the day you are going to eat. But if you by yourself, you're lonely. You're alone. Even if you have a partner, you're alone. So those couple, or if they were individuals, they might come across another tribe or a clan, or they might look for one and find one. And then they get closer to that clan. Obviously, that clan has probably a type of initiation, maybe. It depends on the clan or a group or a tribe. And they have to go through the initiation. But to the value 1, it's worth it. Value 2 is the clan, is the group, is the family, is the tribe. So they do the initiation, they get into the group. Sometimes the initiation, I don't know if you've seen those tribes in the Amazon or in other parts of the world. There is one also tribe in Siberia. They have this very harsh reaching adulthood ritual. So these initiations are ritual based. That's why value 2 is very ritualistic, if that's a word. So now value 1, feel safe, feel protected. in a value 2 environment, which is the clan, the group, the tribe, the whatever. They know they are safe. They feel protected. But there is a chief, and that chief, he tells them what to do, what time they go to sleep, because he needs to make sure that his tribe is protected. The chief is not bad. He's just doing his job. He's a leader. So he needs to tell them how much they eat, because he needs to divide the food equally to everyone. He tells them how to eat, when to eat, what time they go to sleep, when to go and to hunt, maybe who to marry, who to choose as a partner. Maybe he governs everything in their lives. Value 2. The even number, their decision is external. So these two couple or individual, they lived in the value 2 environment for a while. And it was all good. It was safe. It was beautiful. They felt that they are happy. Until one day, one of them, or maybe both of them, just for the sake, making the story simpler, let's say one of them. So let's say one of them, he or she felt that, hold on a second, why this chief tells me what to do? Why do I need someone to tell me what to do? Why do I need someone to tell me go to sleep at this time and you can't do this, or when to go and eat, and what to hunt and how to hunt, and all these rules, all these ridiculous rituals that we do? Why do I need someone to tell me that? The father figure, value 2. Why do I need someone to tell me to do that? In modern days, sometimes teenagers are, when they break out of the family, they are becoming value 3. Family is value 2. The Godfather is value 2. So not just the Godfather. I mean, even secret societies are value 2. I know the Freemasons are value 2. If there is such thing called the Illuminati, that would be value 2. Any secret society, any group, any clan is value 2. So now this person is saying, I don't want that chief to tell me what to do. I don't even have to listen to him or her. I do what I want. I'm powerful, I'm strong, I'm smart, and I know how to get rid of him or get rid of her. So now the value 2 is, the value 3 is being opened now, not mature yet. When value 3 reach maturity, that value 2 now is faced with 3 outcomes: kill, die, or run away. So fight, flight, or take over. You see, they still within the 4 F's here, but now it's sort of 2 F's, because fight the chief, get rid of him. Flight, because maybe you're not going to succeed in getting rid of the chief and take over. So you have to flight, you have to run away, otherwise you're dead. That's why, value 3 are self-motivated. So now this value 3, he tries a revolution or a coup. If value 3 failed, most likely they will, then he will end up in prison. He'll be sentenced because he tried to take over. He tried a revolution, or they will kill him. That's it. He expired, or she expired. Or he will escape the punishment and run away. So during the time when value 3 is on a run, he or she will either get captured by another clan or get involved in another clan, and they have to follow the rules again, and then they realize, I think I was wrong. I cannot do this. I cannot live by myself. I need people with me. And this is safer, this is better. So now value 3 is turning into a value 4. Value 4 is system, is law and order, is doing everything by the book, by the good book. So value 3, if ends up in jail, probably most likely will start waking up in jail, or the value 4 in the value 3 will start to wake up or to open. Now, value 4, just to show you how all these things are interconnected, and that's when I said in the beginning, if you understand, if you learn these values, you will start to understand almost everything. Really. Life will become so easy and much simpler than it will really eliminate the confusion. You see, the jail is value 4. The actual jail, the actual prison is value 4. The purpose of that prison is to take the people who are outcast, rebels, thinking for themselves and, self-motivated, put them into the cube, put them into the cubicle, put them into the jail and the prison, the room, for the purpose of rehabilitating that person, indoctrinating that person. The academia, the jail, the system, the red light, the traffic light, all that is value 4. The train is value 4. It arrives on time. It has a system. This course is value 4 if you already have figured that out. You need it. It's the 8 rules, the 8 rules of human nature and development. It's value 4. So now this value 3 enters the world of value 4 and starts to feel the guilt. Look, all these people, I caused them pain. Look, all these people that I have injured or sent them to the other world or something. And now he starts feeling, or she starts feeling, the guilt. They will stay within the value 4. They will become the law-abiding citizens. They will join the group, they will join the party, they will get involved and integrated into the society. And they will do everything they do. They do it from heart, because they are told what to do. Again, they are influenced externally. Until one day, this value 4 will start thinking, hold on a second. Why, if I do that specific thing, I get punished, or I get a penalty or fine, or why when I do it, I get that penalty? But when that priest or that minister or that whatever is in charge, he doesn't get that punishment. Plus, who wrote the book? Who made this book? Who made these rules? Why those rules apply on me, but they don't apply on the rulers? Plus, who gave them the authority to be the rulers, our rulers? Who gave them the authority to tell me what to do? Who tell them what to do? So who audits the auditor? That's the value 5 being awakened or being opened. Who audits the auditor? Now that value 4 now has this epiphany. Value 4 now, he or she can't sleep. Who told you? What? Why I cannot do what you do? Now, hold on a second. You might be thinking, so he becomes rebel and outcast again? No. Value 5 is much smarter than that. So value 5 will start learning the game. Now he realized everything is a game. Everything is a game. He or she realized now the game is rigged. Value 5 now realized that it's a game that has rules. So the actual game, life, or the system is actually based on rules. So now value 5, because they are smart, they tell you in order to win the game, you have to beat the game. While value 3, in order to win the game, you have to kill the game. You have to get rid of it, kill it. But value 5 is much smarter because he learned from the time, or she learned from the time when they were 3. So they say, I know now the rules, I know the game. And the game of value 5 is they use loopholes. Value 5 is all about loopholes. They are smart. If they are cutthroat 5, they're only operating on 5, which I don't believe anyone now in these days, they have only one certain level they operate on. It's always we always have the leftovers, the residuals of other values. But if a value 3 is a cutthroat value 3 is a murderer, is a vicious, cold-blooded killer. That's value 3. Value 5, if he's a cutthroat value 5, he would be, or she would be a salesperson, a manager, a ruler. You're fired. That's value 5. You know what I'm talking about. In that character, that specific character, in that specific time, in that specific event, which is the show or whatever, was a value 5 character. Is a value 5, is a cutthroat. It's this way or get the hell out. Value 5. Now, value 5 will start now using and abusing the game for personal gains. Value 5 loves toys. And the value 5 people, they love toys. We're talking about toys, could be cars, could be anything that is fortune. It's everything that they wanted, and they want it right now, but in a legal way, in a loopholic, or no holic, in a loophole way, manipulative way. They're very manipulative. So if someone tells you that the odd numbers are not smart, they don't know what they're talking about. The odd numbers, the odd value numbers are super smart. And so now the value 5 starts using and abusing the law and the loopholes and all that. They made so much money, and or they become successful. They reach whatever personal success they're interested in. And then one day they start realizing, you know, I have done all this. I have achieved all that. Look at all the toys that I've collected and achieved. There must be something else. There must be. That cannot be a life. This is not life. There must be something else. Could be some type of enlightenment. Now this is when the 6 is opening. The value 6 and the 5. When they start thinking that I need to join the yoga, or I need to do some meditation. And then when they become fully 6, then this is when they start, instead of cutting the trees to make money out of it, they start hugging the trees, the tree huggers. Wait. Yes, activism is value 6. Especially the environmental activists is value 6. But don't think every activist is value 6. That's a big mistake. Most people, including our students, they think that the activist, I don't want to name names, but that young girl, maybe you know what I'm talking about, that's not value 6. That's a value 3 masquerading as value 6. Because value 3, they know how to also manipulate. So I'm not saying her in person. I don't even know her personally, but I'm saying that lots of activists, because they are rebels, they like rebellions, they're outcasts, They want to teach the system a lesson. They want to get rid of the system. They want to get rid of the chief. They want to kill the chief and the system. So they they wear the mask just for safety reasons in today's world. So they use the six as a mask to wear. And value 3, they so want to be value 5, but they don't want to go through the 4. So they think they can skip from value 3 to 5 by wearing a value 6 mask for any type of gain. And some of them are real, genuine value 6. Really, some of them are. With that activist, seriously, I don't know. The world will be a totally different. Will have a totally different look. So again, you need all types of characters. You need all types of values to form a society that is familiar to you. So now this value 6. Now a cutthroat, full-on value 3, value 6. Their main purpose is save the whales, save the snails, and save the trees. That's the motive of value 6. Their whole life, or the time when they are value 6, and keep in mind, some people, they die at a certain value. With not everyone reaches value 7, and I can comfortably say, as you will see in the course when you enroll, that the most people die at value 3. Value 3 and value 4. But the majority of people who are value 3, they die as value 3. Now, so value 6 now, most likely they quit the job, and now they moving from one ashram to another ashram. They become very spiritual, not religious. You see, value 4 is religious. Remember, we said 2, 4, and 6 are similar, the odd numbers and the even numbers. So now value 6 is more spiritual. They start going from one ashram to another, one temple to another. They start wearing the colors. They become new ages, and they become like the hippies back in the 60s and the 70s. So these are the real value 6. They have crystals. They work with vibes. They do meditation. Are you okay? Are you? I don't know. I'm getting some weed vibes. Are you okay? So that's value 6. Maybe let's all join hands and send healing vibes to the world. And value 4 is sending prayers. Value 6 sending healing vibes, positive vibe. Think positive. That's value 6. Now value 6. It's a really nice value, really very, very peaceful value. There are some challenges. You will see more in the course why it's the challenges of value 6 and how to jump from one value to the other. So now value 6 has all this knowledge. They've collected so much knowledge, but they ran out of money, because the money they saved during the time they were 5, now they spend them on travels, and they cannot keep backpacking everywhere. So that's expensive. That costs money. So this is what they do. Value 6, they so much want to be value 8 without going through value 7. As a matter of fact, value 7 intimidates all values. Every value level is intimidated by value 7. Value 7 is the first value of the high values, and value 7 is the older brother of value 3, but very mature, very wise, because the knowledge they have collected through the time when they were in value 6 is amazing. And all the skills they have, they have learned through the time they were in 4 and 5, also that made them, give them lots of advantages. Value 7 also has the same temper of value 3, but wiser. They know what to do. So value 7 looks at value 3 as the younger brother or the younger sister of value 7. So now value 7, the things of value 7, now they have all this knowledge, And they have learned that all this activism and all this, it didn't change much. It was just a waste of energy or whatever. And they know that I cannot keep doing this. This is pointless. We're not getting to wherever we want. We're not getting to, it's impossible to deal with this system, with this government, whatever it is. So now value 7 becomes a hermit. Usually value 7 will write a book, but will never publish it. Will write a program, but will never teach it. Will write something, will never do it. Will work on a project, but that project will never get to the public, because they hermits. They not big on commitments too. They're not committed. I don't care. So what? I don't care. A value 7 in a relationship. She tells him or he tells her something that, all right, I'm out. Walks out. No hard feeling. Let's walk out. So because they don't have commitment, they're not big on commitment. They matured enough to know what commitment is. I don't want to go any further because I really don't want to confuse you. So value 7 now got to that point. They wrote the book, but they never publish it. Value 7 and value. Okay, so now let's before I forget, value 3 wants to kill the game, wants to kill the system. Value 5 wants to beat the system by its own rules, loopholes. Value 7 wants to replace the system. That's how powerful value 7 is. Value 7 wants to replace the system. He knows or she knows that system is pointless. It's useless. So they start working on replacing the system. Now, it could be a system of a company. I'm not talking about a world or a global level, but yes, it can be on a global level for sure. So it could be a company, could be a business, could be a family. Whatever it is, I think it's bigger than a family. It's something that is a system based, not just a family or a group based. So now this value 7 got to the point that they know they cannot just stand still. Now they wrote the book, they have to publish it. I have to get it to the world. I don't care what they think about it. I have to get it to the world. I have to put it out for the people to learn. So what's the point of having it just on my computer in a file or in a book or whatever, collecting dust? The world has to know about this, and the world has to benefit from this. That's value 7. So now value 7, when they start thinking like that, it means they became value 8. Value 8, they start, preaching, they start lecturing, they start teaching, they start getting the word out there, whether on a corporate level, whether on a global or political level, regardless. This is value 8. When they start teaching again, they join the community again. Now, I think I will stop here, but if you're wondering about value 9, yes, there is value 9. In fact, there is value 13, but you will never encounter anyone seriously above 8. I highly doubt someone. You will encounter probably one person value 8 in your life. But value, just for the sake of curiosity, value 8 comes to a point. Also start to realize, you know what? There has to be something else out of this world. Maybe we're not really created by God. Now, these thoughts starts to from value 7, by the way. There must be somewhere else out there. This is when the value 7 start to become a hermit and they start thinking. So value 7 will start. Maybe God didn't create us directly. Maybe maybe the Anunnaki created us, as the theory of Zecharia Sitchin and the Anunnaki and the 12th planet. So maybe the Anunnaki, maybe there's an advanced civilization that created us. And then if a value 4 tries to debate that point, Value 7. Are you serious? You're trying to debate value 7? They have so much knowledge, you can't even compare to value 4. Value 7 will say, okay, well, if the Anunnaki created us, then who created them? Of course, God created them. You see, they know how to negotiate even debates. Value 7. So once they start thinking there is something out there, there's cosmos, there's the there might be other civilizations and whatever committees out there, in the cosmic and in the cosmos, and so once they start becoming abstract with their thinking, and this is the value 8 is already now opened, so they start to carry all these things into value 8. Sometimes it could be just about justice or equality or whatever it is. It doesn't have to be about extraterrestrials and aliens and other civilizations. So now this value 8 works so hard on the message, to get the message out there, to get the project out there, or whatever it is, the program or whatever it is, until one day they'll find out, or they realized, or they notice that, what's the point? You cannot teach these people, or you can't do this. I mean, yes, lots of people are getting benefits, but value 8 is bigger than just a small group of people. Then the 9 is awakened. I'm not going to get into value 9 because really I don't want to confuse you. But briefly, value 9, the motto of value 9 is order out of chaos. So value 9, I'm not saying Oppenheimer is value 9. I'm not saying that. But it's someone that may destroy the world for the greater good. I'm talking about the world. So value 5 might create a disease to sell you the vaccine. Sounds familiar, right? So value 5 might create a vaccine to sell you the for monetary purposes, for any personal gain. Value 9 might destroy the whole world to replace it with something that is better. Crazy, huh? So anyway, these are the values, and I hope that you find them valuable. No pun intended. So these are the values. They are really deeper than that. I mean, if you know, or if you have done any of these courses with us, you would know exactly what I'm referring to. So anyway, it's been really wonderful seeing you all here. I'm really sorry. I know some people probably they got jammed in the queue. I have no idea why, but we'll find out. Maybe we'll do another webinar. So it's been really wonderful seeing you all here. I can see some familiar names, and for all the new people, really, it was wonderful having you here with us. Thank you everyone for being here. The people who are familiar with my work, and the people who are the first time even they hear about me. Or what we do at the MindTech Institute. It's been a pleasure. Now, if you would like, this is why when I told you, if you stay until the end, if you would like to enroll in this specific course, the 8 Rules of Human Nature and Development, you will learn everything about values, how about the transitioning between one value to the next, and between how to maneuver between one value and to change your values at will. It depends on the situations or the situation, a specific situation, as I said before. I mean, imagine value 3, to be in an environment of value 3 and acting as value 4, you're dead. So these are really important. I'm not, that's an extreme example, but anyway, So to learn how to maneuver between one value and the other, it is extremely important. If you even not using it or not using this knowledge with other people, but within yourself, to the way to communicate with yourself, to know where you are. It gives you a clear compass of where you are and where you're heading and how to go there safely. That's the most important part. So now you've got something that this is a manual. This is a map. Now you have how to go to the next level, how to achieve or to advance yourself in any type of advancement or skills out there, or to achieve a personal success or goal. Could be relationship, could be health, could be anything. So how to achieve that now? You have it right now as a map, and you get there safely. When you get it there safely, you're minimizing resources, time, money, and energy. So this it's not skipping at all. You cannot skip values. I mentioned that before, but it will help you to transition to the next level safely and with knowledge. I mean, you're in the clear now. You're safe now. You know what you're doing, and you know what to expect. So if you are interested and to enroll now, this is what I'm gonna give you. Usually this course, only the value is when we do it in class, and we run this course in 9 different countries, by the way. But of course, during COVID, it's been online, and we had it online for a long time. Usually it's $900 in class. It's a 2 days course. Online, it's $299, I believe. But if you enroll now, and I will leave the link somewhere, if you enroll in this course now, the 8 rules of human nature and development values, if you enroll in this course right now, it's only $39. And really, I'm not trying to even push a sale here, really. Here's the thing. There is also easy payment, even on a $39. So if I'm pushing a sale, I mean, seriously, that's not the point. And when you're operating a website, or also an institute like the MindTech Institute, you would know exactly the costs involved in. I mean, imagine a normal website is 5 pages. The MindTech Institute, so far, we have just about 9,000 pages on that website. This is a massive website. I mean, it's a massive website. I can't tell you more. So, all you have to do is, if you want to pay half, you can pay half of the $39. What would it be in 1950? You can pay half now, and then when you reach 50% of the course, you can pay the other half. Also, just to prove that I'm not pushing any sale here. Really, I'm not. I don't even have to say that, because I want everyone here to enroll in this course right now. So this is what I'm gonna give you. If you enroll in now and you pay the $39, if you're not satisfied with what you learned, look how confident I am with this, with what I'm telling you. If you didn't find any value, and if you're not satisfied with this course, I will give you full refund back. I will refund you whatever you paid. No questions asked. There is one condition though. As long as you don't click on the exam is after section 10. It's called the exam page, or the quiz. It's called the exam page. You will not miss it. You will not miss it. So there is no tricks here. That's not what we do. So you get to section 10, And then you'll see a big text saying next lesson is the exam. As long as you don't click next, then you're fine. Really, we'll give you all the money back. All you have to do is just send us an email to the MindTech Institute, info@themindtechinstitute.com or info@nti.edu.au. You send us an email. Just tell us why you didn't like the course, or why you think it wasn't valuable. Really, no question asked. You just tell us, your reasons, and that's it. We'll refund you the money straight away. And this is very strict instructions from me to my team. So, and yes, the MindTech Institute, every time you see .edu, it means it's a college or university that is accredited or approved or registered with the government. Now, the MindTech Institute is hybrid, because I think you guessed that I adore my freedom, and I'm not a big fan of being fully controlled. So yes, we are like any other university and any other college. That's why we have .edu.au. .edu stands for education, but we operate privately. We still have to follow the standards and the rules of whatever the government they tell us, but especially the education department. But we do operate privately, and we have control of what we do. So also, when you send the when you send the email, you don't even have to mention about the refund. Just say, I enrolled in this course, and this is I would like to get back my refund. It is money back guarantee because this and this, and that's it. Now, if you pay the $29, if you pay the half of the $39, we cannot refund you that. But if you really want to secure the refund, if you don't like the course, I highly doubt. So far, we've been teaching this course for a long time. We didn't have anyone who asked for a refund. So if you would like this refund to get into that money safe or risk, whatever they call it, free risk or risk free, whatever, it has to be you pay the $39. And for now, only now it's $39. It's $2.99. But if you sign up now, if you enroll in now, it's only $39. And really, I want everyone here to enroll right now. You have nothing to lose. Really, you have nothing to lose. If you don't like it, that's fine. But I want everyone to learn this. Now, we are like any other university or college. You can't just finish a degree and say, hey, I want my refund. I mean, it doesn't work like that. So that's why we tell you we're fine as long as you don't take the course. The exam. Once you do the exam, it's out of our hand, because now you are referred or you are directed to another department within the MindTech Institute. But now you'll be registered with a certificate number. It's a different department. So really, it's not up to us. It's not up to us. So just make sure, if you really like it, I mean, be part of this, and you have nothing to lose. I don't want to talk about it more than that. Also, so this course is called The 8 Rules of Human Nature and Development. It's $39 right now, only right now, if you enroll right now. And the easy payment, we already established that. And also the refund, we already established that. If you're interested in the other courses or the following courses, which I'm going to mention now, please go to, this is another thing. Really, this is another a great gift, because you stayed with us all this time. And because we have an amazing list here. I'm really, really happy to see everyone. This is amazing. So if you're interested in other courses, please go to the mindtechinstitute.com. And please, what I'm about to tell you now, I'm going to share a code with you. This is only for you. Don't share it with anybody else. This is only for you. So please, that's my personal request, because you deserve this, and this is only for you. I know you can share the code. I know anyone can use it, this coupon code, but this is only for you. So if you're interested in other courses, such as the Neuro-Linguistic Programming, N.L.P practitioner or master practitioner, if you would like to become a life coach, a master life coach, if you would like to study life management or hypnotherapy, all you have to do is go to the MindTechInstitute.com website, click on the online courses tab. I'll share a screen here. You click on the online courses tab, and then you click on the course that you want. Click on enroll now or buy this course or something like that. You click on the course. You click on add to cart. Then click on the view cart button. I'll share everything here on the screen, how to do it. And then once you get to the cart page, you enter the coupon, which I'm going to give you now. The coupon is no spaces, nothing. Now, once you click on that, you will see the price will be reduced automatically 60%. Crazy, huh? The price will be reduced 60%. So if the course is $1,000, you'll be only paying $400. And here's another thing for you. Even the $400, we have easy payment. So you can pay $50, which is $200. And then once you reach the 50% of the course, you pay the other $50. If you don't like the course, then you can stop. You don't have to pay the other 50%. I mean, very simple. And in my opinion, if you want to do any of these courses and want to take advantage of this coupon code, I think if you want to study N.L.P, Neuro-Linguistic Programming, I think you better take the package, the bundle package. So we have N.L.P practitioner and master practitioner both in the same package, and that's in the same course. And this is how it works. If you apply this coupon code, this is how it works. So if you take the N.L.P practitioner and the N.L.P master practitioner in a bundle package, you actually be paying only half price of the practitioner level while you're taking the practitioner and a master practitioner. So it doesn't even make sense to take only the practitioner. So I'm just telling you some inside deals here. So you'll be paying for the bundle package probably 50% of the price or the fees of the only the practitioner level. That's how crazy that is. I told you, gonna give you something that's gonna blow your mind away. Also, if you want to take the life coaching, or if you're interested in life management and life coaching, I highly recommend doing the master life coaching training. Because if you do this course, you're getting 4 courses for the price of 1. That's crazy. You're getting 4 courses for the price of 1. You're getting N.L.P practitioner, N.L.P master practitioner, life management, and leadership. You're getting 4 courses, most likely even for less than the price of an N.L.P practitioner. 4 courses. That's crazy, right? So if you have any problem, if you have any questions, you can email us at info@themindtechinstitute.com. And I think this is it. This is what I promised. I promised you a massive, crazy discount, and this is it. So go now, enroll in this course, the 8 Rules of Human Nature and Development. And if you like any of the other courses, go to the MindTechInstitute.com, click on the online courses tab, choose a course, if you're into personal development, just go and enroll in the Master Life Coach. Even if you don't want to become a life coach, really, the Master Life Coach is basically to become a speaker, to become a public speaker, a motivational speaker, to have a radio show, or to have a podcast show or a channel or anything, because it teaches you how to speak publicly. Correction, I think the Master Life Coach also includes advanced presentation training. This is the public speaking. So to know more, go on the Master Life Coach, and you'll see all the courses, the bundle of four courses that is included in that course. So that's it for now. Again, the coupon code, I will leave it somewhere here on the screen. The coupon code is that's the coupon code. That's it for now. Thank you for being here, and I wish you all good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world. Please stay safe, and we will meet again. Take care. Bye.